What's up, guys? It's Nick from Nick's Dividends. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. Monday, we ended up in the green a little under 0.5%. I'm not sure what to say. Monday was insane watching the market reacting from the Silicon Valley Bank and Federal Reserve news. I wish I was at home so I could see the swings in real time and not just on the TD Ameritrade mobile app. Even my small account was swinging $100 every 5 seconds. JP Morgan dropped 1.45% and SCHD dropped about 1%. This allowed me to get some great deals as I picked up several shares of both today. Apple and Duke Energy were up about 1.6%, AbbVie was up about 1.5%, and Microsoft, Johnson & Johnson, and Realty Income were all up about 2.25%. It was just an insane day. Tuesday was another good day. We were up a little over 1%. 3M and Home Depot were down a bit, but nothing to worry about. With the three different banks failing and the reasons for it, we were almost guaranteed to have at most a 0.25% interest rate hike. So the market is flying high as it had priced in a 0.5% hike. Microsoft and JP Morgan were both up 2.7%. Apple, Procter & Gamble, and AbbVie were up about 1.25%, and Duke Energy was up about 1%. The bonus came in and was immediately added to the account. More on that later in the video. Wednesday was looking like a rough day. I was regretting throwing almost all of the money in on Tuesday, but then it rallied towards the end of the day. Home Depot was sold and all the money was put into VOO. 3M is also gone. JP Morgan was down almost 4%, so I used it as an opportunity to buy some shares. Most of the stocks were fairly sideways. VOO ended up about 1% from where I bought in at. Procter & Gamble ended up about 1.4%. Duke Energy was up 1.83%, and Microsoft was up 2.27%. The remaining money from my bonus was also deployed throughout the portfolio. Thursday was a great day. We ended up around 1.2%. Realty Income was our only stock down, much worth mentioning, at about 1% with no news. SCHD and VOO were both up 1 and 1.76% respectively, with the news about the banking sector fading into the background and the bigger banks coming to the rescue of the smaller banks. JP Morgan also rose about 2% due to this relief. Tech as a whole had a strong day, with Microsoft being up about 4% and Apple rising about 1.8%. Microsoft announced that they were going to add AI to their Office products. Friday gave back almost all the gains from Thursday. Microsoft continued its rise up about 1.1%. Fear of the banks imploding returned, and JP Morgan dropped almost 4%. Realty Income and SCHD both dropped about 1.6%. Johnson & Johnson fell about 1.1%, and VOO dropped 1%. Apple and Duke Energy both had fairly significant moves also, dropping about 0.8% each. I made a lot of purchases and a few sells this week. Monday, I bought 10 shares of SCHD, 2 shares of JP Morgan, and received a dividend that was enough to get 0.16 shares of 3M. Tuesday, I grabbed another 28 shares of SCHD, 9 shares of Johnson & Johnson, 2 shares of Apple, and 1 share of Procter & Gamble. On Wednesday, I sold both 3M and Home Depot. The money from Home Depot was used to start a position in VOO, and the money from 3M was used to grab 14 shares of SCHD. Wednesday, we also deployed the rest of the bonus money and grabbed 3 shares of JP Morgan, 3 shares of Apple, and 1 more share of Microsoft. We also received a dividend from Realty Income for $4.36, which was enough to buy about 0.7 of a share. On Thursday, I added another $200 to the account and picked up another 3 shares of SCHD. We were supposed to receive a dividend from Duke Energy that still hasn't appeared, so I will need to call TD Ameritrade early next week if it still doesn't show up. Looking at the dashboard, we are down about $345 on our current positions. Our monthly dividend skyrocketed to $58.04 a month, and the yield dropped due to getting rid of 3M. I'm not sure I am going to make it to that $1,000 per year in dividends goal this year unless I just start loading up on SCHD, which I don't want to do as I am happy where the ETFs are percentage-wise. Taking a quick look at the positions, a lot has changed this week. We are up to 20 shares of Realty Income. JP Morgan is now at 16 shares. Apple is up to 15 shares. Microsoft is now at 8. Johnson & Johnson is up to 10. And a small position in VOO was started. SCHD almost doubled in size to 117 shares. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hope to have you join me again next week.